In that case, Galaxy Adventure Part 6. It was a sun-filled day on the Normandy when Garfield was helping Morden Solus make science with rats for human goodness. Garfield mixed chemicals and poured them on Rat, turning it into a gerbil. Garfield, you did it. You made science discovery. You were a true science genius, said Morden Solus with admiration. Yes, I have PhD in science. Now, if only I can turn rats into lovely ladies for lovemakings, said Garfield with thought. That is interesting theory, Garfield. We should work on it for good of all, said Morden Solus with agreement. Garfield, this is Edie. Elusive Man has someone new for you to be looking for, interrupted Edie with urgencies. Who is the one needing finding, said Garfield as he looked thoughtfully into chemical bottle. It is Asari Samara, the Justicar. She is on Omega looking for criminals to punish, said Edie. Good, that is kind of woman I can be into, said Garfield with clever smile. Time to head for Omega. Time for blastoff, yelled Garfield to crew. The Normandy sped off to Omega with speed of roaring waterfall in the middle of quiet creeks. On arriving, Garfield hopped out to examine surroundings and find Samara. When searching, Garfield saw a rich person beating a hobo with a cane. Take this, stupid hobo, you do not have class like me, said rich person. Garfield saw this mistreatment and was... Are you here, Colonel?
He's here.
Oh, I was just gonna sit down and listen.
Oh, it is story time.
Well...
Please, Giles, tell us a story.
Garfield saw the mistreatment and was bursting with outrage. Learn respect for the hobos, you million-dollar fool, roared Garfield as he broke the cane over the rich person's head. Thank you, Garfield. I am wise hobo, filled with lore. Ask me your heart's desires, said the hobo with wisdom. I need to find Asari Samara. It is of galactic importance, said Garfield with importance. I do not know where she is, but Arya... Wait, what? I do not know where she is, but Arya will she is Asari and knows where all Asari are.
What?
She is in club over there with the hot techno beats, said the hobo with dance rhythms. Looks like it's time to party, said Garfield as he prepared to suit for club. Garfield put on his club tux and golden cufflinks, an expensive watch given to him by John Arbuckle. Yes, John Arbuckle. He then put on his gold lasagna chain and cool shades to top off party outfit. Garfield strutted in the club like the man, pushing dancers out of the way. He strutted up to the counter to the bartender for information. He strutted up the counter to the bartender for information. Where is Arya? Asked Garfield with attitude. I cannot tell you that, it is against the rules, said the bartender with defiance. In response, Garfield grabbed the bartender's head and slammed it on the counter with force of concussions. Where is Arya? Demanded Garfield again with volcanic fury. She is over there, said the bartender, pointing to Arya. Thank you, said Garfield, as he took the bartender and slid him down the counter, sending him crashing into glasses. After thanking the bartender, Garfield waltzed up to Arya with macho attitude. Arya's guards were too intimidated by Garfield's manliness to stop him, and cowered like small baby children. Arya, give me the information I need to know. Give me the information I need to know where Samara is. There is no punctuation in these sentences.
Not at all,
demanded Garfield with glaring eyes. All right, Garfield, I will tell you, but there is something I want first, said Arya with hinting smile. You are a naughty woman, I like that, said Garfield with sass. You're the manliest man I ever saw in the galaxy. I must have your body, said Arya with seduction. Very well, I will pleasure you. Then you must give me information, said Garfield with business. He is a whore. Yes, please me all night long, said Arya as she tore Garfield's shirt open and grabbed his manly chest. Arya then dragged Garfield to her couch and they made a love embrace, bringing each other sexual pleasure.
A fucking cat.
Jeez. Arya licked Garfield's body all over while Garfield gave her ultimate lovings, causing her to shout and scream in joy. Give me your best shot, screamed Arya in daring way. Feel the maximum pleasure of Garfield power, yelled Garfield in return, giving her lovings of highest quality. Garfield, you are sending me into other galaxies, screamed Arya with roaring love. After several hours of lovemaking, Arya was finally exhausted and told Garfield the information. Samara is always looking for criminal fiend, said Arya while laying next to Garfield and massaging his feet. Thanks, chickie baby. Next time I am in town, I will stop by, said Garfield with relaxation as he sipped a cup of champagne. After finishing his breakfast in bed that Arya made him, Garfield set out on quest to find Samara, heading for alleyways. While exploring alleyways, Garfield saw many people laying about for no reason, not saying or doing anything. Why are you not saying or doing anything? Asked Garfield. They did not answer, so Garfield continued on the quest. Garfield reached a dead-end alleyway when he heard someone. Halt, I have gun pointed at you, said a mysterious voice. You better put down arm or else I will take it off, said Garfield with fearless cool. Relax, Garfield, it is I, Samara. I have been watching you, said Samara with mystery. Samara, you must join my group for Galaxy Adventure to stop collectors, responded Garfield with urgency. Yes, I will join you, but first you must help me catch vile criminal, said Samara with calmness. I eat criminals like lasagna omelet for breakfast. Just tell me what to do, said Garfield with pride. We must be careful. She is my daughter, the Ardak Yakshi, witch woman. Her name is Morinth, and you must lure her out, responded Samara with ear in the eye. I don't even know what that means. Daughter or no, I will give her iron-fisted justice, declared Garfield, fist clenched with fiery fury. She is in the VIP club room. You must lure her out. Do not worry, she will come to you. She cannot resist your awesome manliness, stated Samara with fact. No problem, she will know my justice, Garfield justice, said Garfield as he headed to the club. When Garfield reached the VIP room, there was a bouncer there, preventing entrance for Garfield. This is VIP room where your ticket is only important. People can come here. Wait, this is VIP room. Where is your ticket? Only important people can come here. That is one sentence.
Of course,
said stupid bouncer with arrogance. Here's my ticket, said Garfield as he punched out the bouncer with one swing, knocking him into unconsciousness. Garfield then made his entry with cool, manly style. Garfield saw many people dancing with music, so Garfield decided to join in. As Garfield danced, many ladies began joining with him and dancing with him. You are best dancer in club, Garfield, said the ladies. All you ladies are too kind, but I am just amateur, said Garfield with flirting. After dancing, Garfield was approached by a mysterious lady. I saw you dancing. You are the sexiest man in the room, said the lady with seduction. I speak the language of dance like language of love, said Garfield with deep, sexy voice. My name is Morinth. Let's go back to my place for some lovings, said Morinth with sexiness. That sounds like my kind of night, said Garfield with a wink and a nod. Garfield followed Morinth back to her apartment for sweet love makings.
of course. Jesus Christ, Garfield.
In the apartment were many strange decorations. Morinth sat by Garfield and began stroking his hair in sexy manners. Garfield, why do you not relax? I will make you mine and take you to worlds of galactic pleasure, said Morinth with evil seduction. No, I think you are the one who is mine. Prepare for justice, said Garfield with cool style. Samara then crashed in and attacked Morinth and engaged in fighting. The fight was an even match and they locked in struggles. Garfield, you must help. Take her out, shouted Samara. No, I will kill her. I will join your team to fight collectors, yelled out Morinth in desperation. Garfield looked at both of them and smiled a clever smile. I have to cough.
Microphone muted.
Oh, that's not the
Muted.
story. I was like, what? Kind of out of place. No, stop it. I don't like being in front. I'm scared now.
We're leapfrogging.
Microphone activated.
This is what you get a PS4 for.
There's only way to decide, there's only way to decide. We must all make lovings. Only then will I know, said Garfield with slyness. Okay, said Samara and Morinth as they stopped fighting and began to take their clothes off for lovemaking. Samara and Morinth began stroking Garfield with sexy tenderness. They rubbed against him, rubbed their bodies on his while moaning in pleasure. Let's see what you ladies can do, said Garfield with a smile. Samara and Morinth began loving each other's. They're mother and daughter. This is disgusting. With sweet loving as Garfield watched with approval. All three then embraced with full force lovemakings, shaking the room like earthquakes.
Full force.
Samara and Morinth then lay exhausted with pleasure. Garfield, you are a lover of cosmic power, said Morinth with satisfaction. Yes, you are truly master of love, said Samara in agreement. Garfield nodded in agreement and then took out his Desert Eagle and shot Morinth.
Of course.
Garfield, so you have decided, I see, said Samara. I had decided before, said Garfield with a wink and nod. Oh, Garfield, you are a truly clever and brave hero, Samara whispered with admiration. After justice had been distributed, Garfield and Samara returned to the Normandy. Garfield went up to the captain's cabin for thought when he heard someone enter. Hello, Garfield, I must thank you for your help. You are bravest hero in the galaxy, said Samara with joy. No problem, justice is what I do, said Garfield in matter-of-fact way. I want to thank you by continuing what we started before, said Samara rubbing Garfield's chest. I was holding back before because of duty. Let me now show you true lovings, whispered Garfield with romance. Garfield dimmed the lights and put on his favorite Souls music. It was Ornstein and Smoke's theme.
Yeah.
Garfield and Samara then embraced in sexual way and made lovings that rocked the ship like meteor showers. To be continued.
Oh, man.
Alright. Till next death.
If it was the Asylum Demon theme, I would have understood.
Oh, whoops. Alright. Back to Bloodborne until we die. Well, Snake?
Take a while and listen.
Okay. That character's magnificent.
Did you use a reference picture?
Yes.
Awesome.
Here we go. Galaxy Effect, Galaxy Adventure Part 7. Kasumi Thief Caper.
Oh god.
Garfield was in the captain's cabin blowing off the steam with his ladies. Jack was sitting on one side and Miranda was on the right, and Garfield has his manly arms around both of them for intimate affections. Miranda was nibbling Garfield's ear with love and adoration. Jack was wearing sexy underwear and Miranda was wearing nothing. Garfield, your ears lovely taste like roses and rain and spring weathers, said Miranda with love. Yes, my ears taste almost as good as lasagna. Keep nibbling, pussycat, said Garfield with raring sexuality. While Garfield was enjoying his ear being nibbled, Tali walked in dressed up in skimpy French maid outfit as Garfield requesting. Or at Garfield requesting. I am loading. I am dressed like you ordered. Garfield. Do you love me, Garfield? Am I loved? Asked Tali with affection. Almost. First you must dance for me in a sexy way, said Garfield as he turned on sexy music for Tali to dance to. Tali then began doing a sexy dance with lots of flips and slips and somersaults. That does not sound sexy.
That's just impressive.
I know sexy, and that's not it.
The dance ended with Tali pointing at Garfield with seduction. I am your woman forever, Garfield, said Tali in singing voice. Garfield nodded in approval and made sexy motion for Tali to join him and the other ladies. Are we both there?
No.
Okay.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
However, Garfield's love fest was interrupted by Edie with importance. Garfield, the elusive man, has a new recruit for you. It is Kasumi, the master thief. You know what? I'm gonna let it run.
Is this Kasumi from DOA by chance?
No, this is
Or is this
DLC
in the
character.
game?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
let me see. Garfield, the elusive man, has a new recruit for you. It is Kasumi, the master thief, said Edie with urgency. I do not like thieves. I am hero, said Garfield with heroics. It is okay. She is a good thief like Robin Hood. We can help steal money from the collectors, said Edie with consolation. Very well. Where will I find this womanly thief? Asked
I just
Garfield
love
with
that
grudging.
in context of the plot, steal money from the collectors. Like, that's a relevant thing.
Real quick, the collectors, are those the guys that come by and wipe out everything? Or is that the Geth?
The
I mean, that's the Reapers. The
Reapers,
collectors
okay.
work for the Reapers.
Okay.
Kind of. They're the
Like-
ancient Protheans. Or fuck, I'm not doing this.
Agents of, okay.
She's in the Citadel, waiting for meetings, said Edie with the answer. I will go to bridge with orders, over and out, ordered Garfield with authority. Sorry, ladies, I must get back to work, said Garfield to the women. No, Garfield, you promised to love me, said Tali with begging. I love how this just shits all over Tali's character. It is okay, hot cookies. I will be back sooner than a wink. In the meantime, practice your lovings with Miranda and Jack, reassured Garfield. Garfield then walked out to the bridge. Garrus saw him and looked on with longing jealousy. When Garfield entered the bridge, he told Joker orders. Jokers, get to the Citadel for important business, ordered Garfield with imposing authority. Garfield, you may be king on the battlefield and in the bedroom, but I bet you could not pilot the ship, challenged Joker with foolishness. Step aside, I will show you how it's done, said Garfield as he pushed Joker out of the way, breaking all of his bones in the process. Because Joker...
Don't forget, Joker has that bone disease.
Poor Joker. Oh dear. And took the steering wheel. Garfield then switched off Joker's girly music, which was the Spice Girls, and put on the rockin' heavy metal he puts on whenever he goes on a cruise. This is how men drive, said Garfield, as he put on the acceleration to turbo, roaring through the solar system like knife through butter. Garfield, be careful, you will hit a planet, cried Joker with panic. Shut up and learn how to be a man, said Garfield, as he went even faster.
Fucking broke all of his bones and now he's shit.
Garfield was about to crash into a planet, but then he glared at it and moved away.
What? No.
After much top-notch ace piloting, Garfield arrived at the Citadel in 1/4 the time Joker would have. Garfield, you are truly amazing man and the better pilot, said Joker with admiration. I can teach you some broken and bleeding. I can teach you some moves sometime if you're ready to wear pants, said Garfield as he slapped Joker's back, breaking everything else. After joking with Joker, Garfield descended to the Citadel for meetings. Over here, Garfield, it is Kasumi. Come over for secret meeting, said one of the advertisements with a giant face. I hate commercials, said Garfield as punched the advertisement, smashing it through and through. Garfield, you smashed by commercial, said Kasumi from above. Yes, I have no time for techno nonsense. We must go stop collectors, said Garfield with leadership. Indeed, but first you must do me a favor, said Kasumi with favor. Sure thing, said Garfield as he grabbed Kasumi's breasts with hands. No, not that, said Kasumi with blushing. Well then what is it, said Garfield with disappointing impatience. I need to get back stolen chip from Donovan Hawk. He killed my partner, KG I think it's pronounced, to get the secret chip, and now I must get it back, said Kasumi with anxiety. Fine, I will find this chip and crack open Hawk's head like museum vase. If you need other favor, let me know, said Garfield with clever chuckle. He is on the planet Beckenstein, let us go, said Kasumi with hurry. Garfield and Kasumi then boarded the Normandy, headed for Beckenstein with galactic speed. On the way, Kasumi briefed Garfield on the mission. Hawk is having a party. You will sneak in as a party guest. You will go in as a secret alias, said Kasumi with quick words. Alias? I do not need secrets. I am a man of action, roared Garfield. Please, you must. It is of importance, whined Kasumi with crying voice. Fine, you women must always get your ways and give me headache, said Garfield with exasperation. Very good. Your alias will be Johann Lasagna Man. And you'll be a mercenary, oil tycoon from the Terminus system, briefed Kasumi with knowledge. I can do this, said Garfield with calm silence. When we are inside, we must look for the vault where Donovan Hawk keeps art and computer chips, said Kasumi. Kasumi and Garfield landed on Beckenstein on Hawk's lawn and were getting ready to enter party. Hawk was at the entrance greeting guests. Hello, Mr. Johann. I am sorry you cannot enter with the woman, said Hawk to Garfield. Garfield looked at Kasumi and she nodded in agreement. It is okay, I will find more women inside, said Garfield with sassy wit. Garfield then walked inside and began chatting with party guests. Mr. Lasagna Man, come here and talk with us, said Hawk with admiration. Garfield walked over to Hawk with calm speed and sipped his glass. Mr. Lasagna Man, you're a mercenary / oil tycoon. What do you think of the oil spill near Jupiter? Asked Hawk with curiosity. I think oil spills are wrong. They hurt all the dolphins and birds. If I were there, I would crush oil with iron knuckles, said Garfield with fish clenched with fiery justice. Everyone stood up and clapped for Garfield's speech. Excellent, Mr. Lasagna, and you are a true man, said Hawk with respect. Garfield then began looking around, searching for the vault. Where's the vault? Asked Garfield to a party guest. It is over there, pointed the guest. Thank you, said Garfield with gratitude as he walked to the vault. The vault was heavily guarded with lasers and beams. Garfield, this will take some time to break through, but I can do it. I need to find passwords and key codes to hack through barriers, said Kasumi, appearing behind him. No, I do this my way, said Garfield with fury as he punched through the vault with his mighty fist, breaking it like paper. Garfield, your fists are force of nature, said Kasumi with observance. No, forces of nature show mercy, said Garfield as he walked into the vault. When inside the vault, Garfield and Kasumi saw many statues. Garfield went over to one statue of a naked man. What is this naked man doing here? Said Garfield, looking at the statue. That is Michelangelo's David. It is art, said Kasumi. He should have done statues of naked women, too, said Garfield with nodding head. Look, there's computer chips, said Kasumi, seeing the computer chip. Aha, Garfield and Kasumi, I knew it was you, bellowed an evil voice with cold wind of hate. Hawk, said Kasumi with worry. I have set trap for you here now. Or for you here. Now my minions.
I saw.
That was fucking amazing.
What?
Oh my god.
Look at your screen right now, Snake.
I've been positioning my character so I'm like right in your face, and fucking Russ's finger comes in from like the corner of the screen and just points directly at my face. I'm sorry, keep going. It's fucking great.
I really wish I hadn't seen your character up close.
Look now.
Jesus Christ, okay. Hawk, said
It's gonna
Kasumi
happen.
with worry. No, I have to see this.
Alright, just wait for it. It's coming. It's fucking coming. Oh, was that not it?
No, it wasn't
Oh, I didn't get it that
framed.
time. Damn. Gotta try it again. That I think that one's gonna work. You like put your you like wet willied me.
Oh Lord.
That did it.
All right. Sorry. Continue.
Hawk, said Kasumi with worry. I have set trap for you here. Now my minions will make you like rocks and be dead in the river, said Hawk with villainy. Send the clowns in and get this party started, roared Garfield. Many security guards came in and began to approach Garfield and Kasumi with guns pointing. But Garfield calmly strolled forward without care in his mind. Hey now, guards, please do not shoot. I do not fight, I am a pacifist. See, here are my olive branches, said Garfield as he pulled out 2 desert eagles and began firing at the guards. He hit the guards with eagle accuracy. Fuck off with that pun. Hitting them in the heads and hearts. My head, cried many guards as Garfield blew them away with lead. All that was left was the security chief, who was a girl.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
You would not shoot ladies, would you, Garfield? Begged the security chief. No, said Garfield slyly as he shot her head off twice.
That was entirely a twist.
Garfield, we may be able to escape through stealth, said Kasumi with invisibility. Wow, okay. Stealth is for handicapped children.
What? Garfield, your standards, man.
Said Garfield as he charged out into combat, shooting at more guards with bullseye marks. After plowing through enemy guards like hungry shark through water, Garfield and Kasumi finally reached outside, where Donovan Hawk was waiting in a helicopter. Garfield, you are toast in the morning. I have missiles locked on, prepare for explosions, taunted Donovan Hawk with wickedness. Donovan Hawk's taunting enraged Garfield with anger. Garfield's eyes burned with passions of a raging inferno, and he stared down Hawk. Garfield then leaped into the air onto Hawk's helicopter like frog. He then tore open the top like can of lasagna and grabbed Hawk by the throat. "Garfield, what are you doing? Spare me, please," begged Donovan Hawk with crying tears. "I want to see a pig fly, so fly, Mr. Pig," said Garfield wittily as he threw Hawk out of the helicopter.
So witty.
Garfield then returned to Kasumi, who was spellwoven by Garfield's charm and fighting abilities. "Garfield, you're a warrior like no other," said Kasumi in astonishment. "Yes, let us return to Normandy. Our work here is done," said Garfield with calm humbleness. Back on the Normandy, Garfield was relaxing in the captain's quarters and checking his PC for emails. One of the emails was sent by Tali and was titled "Special Treat for You." Garfield opened it up and found lots of naughty pictures Tali took of herself for Garfield's pleasure. "I will save these to my floppy disk," said Garfield with an eager smile.
Floppy? Ugh.
As Garfield was saving naughty pictures, he heard someone enter his room. "Hello, Garfield. I want to thank you for help," said Kasumi with gratitude. "It is no problem, pudding lips," said Garfield with flirtation. "You're a man like no other. You're 100 times more man than Keiji was. At first I was sad, but now I am glad he is dead so I can be with you," said Kasumi with love-dove eyes. "Missions on the battlefield are important, but missions in the bedroom are even more important," said Garfield quietly, as he gazed at Kasumi with sexy cat eyes. "I want to show you super fun time," said Kasumi, as she took off her suit to reveal a sexy nurse outfit. "Oh yeah, I need a checkup. Come here," said Garfield with approval. "Hey, I want a party too. You promised, Garfield," said another voice. It was Tali. She walked into the room dressed up like a sexy Egyptian. "Okay, Tali, you can join us, Tali." "It'll be career day in the bedroom," said Garfield as he took Kasumi and Tali in his arms. All three of them grabbed and kissed each other deeply, making sweet lovings for many hours until the dawn broke. To be continued.
To be continued.
Oh god, it's like inside my model right now.
Why do you do this?
Alright, round 2, let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck! Yeah! Vade, come on! God damn it! That was bullshit.
I gotta leave the scene of the crime.
You murdered 2 people, you gotta go.